A 6'2" senior, number 1, J.D. Richard. A 6'8" senior, number 4, James Stewart. A 6-foot freshman, number 11, Jaden McGee. A 6-foot sophomore, number 12, Elijah Ingram. And a 6-foot senior, number 23, Jamal Garcia. Head coach for the Padres is David Stark. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet your St. Mary's Knights. A 6-foot sophomore, number 10, Noah Andua. A 6'3" senior, number 20, AJ Muandumba. A 6'6" senior, number 0, Artius Jefferson. A 6'11" junior, number 1, Cameron Williams. And a 6'6" senior, number 13, Caspian Jones. Head coach for the Knights is Dana Lopez. His assistants, Kevin Giddy and Eric Freeman.
Welcome inside Bull Gymnasium tonight for the opener of this season here in the 4A Desert Skies. St. Mary's, after a big win over Brophy just over a week ago, back at home, taking on the Marcos de Niza Padres. Jaden Taylor alongside Chris Ferendorf here tonight on We Are SM Hoops. And man, into the new year and a new stretch here, conference play for St. Mary's. Across the middle, Cameron Jones to win the tip, and we are underway. And St. Mary's, a 6-game losing streak. They broke that with a win against Brophy, and now trying to get back in their own right here into region play. A big matchup here against the 11-4 Marcos de Niza Padres. Inside, and a foul called. And quickly there, Jayden McGee, one with the infraction, is going up was AJ Muanduma. 6'3" junior guard is going to be a big presence here tonight.
Well, and that's the type of move that Coach Lopez likes to see out of the senior guard, AJ Muandumba. A drive to the rack. He likes to get the ball in the post or near it and then make his own move to the basket.
Muandumba unable to connect on the first. And again, the St. Mary's squad, a lot of out-of-conference foes before the new year, and have one back-to-back. A 70-60 win over Williamsfield, and their big arch-rival win over Brophy. Hoping that can build some momentum as they get on the board to open up tonight.
And Williamsfield and Brophy are no light opponents either, and this Marcos de Niza team is off to a tremendous start. They've got an 11-4 record heading into this first region matchup versus the Knights.
Then it's the Saguaro Sabercats, top 2 teams coming into region play, and Marcos de Niza hoping to carry some momentum for their own right. Jaden McGee driving in. Will kick it off to J.D. Richard. Puts up a triple, and it's shorts. Going back down to it. Richard grabs it himself. Second chance is no good. Back up with it, Caspian Jones. Good feed down low, laid up and in, but just too strong. They'll have a foul called underneath. A late whistle, but Artius Jefferson will go to the line.
And that's one of those layups that's tough for a guy who that's not his dominant hand. He's a lefty, and when he is Jefferson going up on that right side of the hoop, it's just sometimes an unorthodox type of layup attempt for a big man like him.
Can't connect on the first. And Jefferson, 6'6", senior. Big size down low. It's going to be the difference here tonight, the size difference here for the Knights. 0 for 2 at the line. There is Jefferson. 1 for 4 early from the charity stripe here for the Knights. So Marcos de Niza just over a minute into this ball game, still without a point. Garcia will give it off here to McGee. Down low, mid-range jumper, fadeaway falls. James Stewart, second on the team, averaging 20 points a game, gets his night started.
Little surprised to see Artius Jefferson on James Stewart to start this game, as Cameron Williams has been such a lockdown defender so far for the Knights this season.
Caspian Jones nearly loses it, picks it back up, pickpocketed for a second, but there's Williams. Cameron Williams with 10 to shoot, baseline jumper, it's blocked. Brought back down by Jefferson. Now the ball will go the other way. Jayden McGee will slow it down to the baseline. Another turnover. Sloppy passing here early, and a good idea to slow this one down here by Noah Andua. Jones gets the screen, puts up a triple, and it's short. But back down with it is Jefferson. Another offensive board. Fresh shot clock is Jefferson. Around the perimeter will stop his feet. Now low inside. Muantuma driving in. Couple steps off the glass. Too strong. Found his way through into the lane. Just too much.
Well, the Knights running a 3 big man lineup in Jones, Williams, and Jefferson. It's not leaving much driving room inside the paint for the Knights.
Good two there by J.D. Richard in the face there of Cameron Williams, and he'll force a timeout for head coach Damon Lopez. Not the start you'd want. And some odd shots, not shooting well from the charity stripe, and Damon Lopez wants to settle things down.
Yeah, this is a Marcos de Niza team that lost twice to St. Mary's last year by scores of 95-49 and 95-34. So up by 3 points after just a couple minutes of play. I think if you're the head coach, David Stark of the Padres, you're probably happy with your team's performance so far into this first quarter.
Yeah, a couple of blocks and forced some turnovers as well. And Lopez just wanted to calm things for a minute, get resettled, and get back out there. Again, still small margin, but they've had a couple opportunities. 5:30 left to go in this first quarter. St. Mary's just with 1 free throw today. 1 for 4 from the charity stripe on 2 strips. Caspian Jones out of Jefferson in the left wing. Under 20 to shoot, top of the key. Williams wants a triple at shorts. Jefferson trying to bring it back down. Who's it off of? Looks like Jefferson forced it off the hand of Elijah Ingram, a 6-foot sophomore.
St. Mary's ran a set play for a while into that possession, but still ultimately did not result in a great shot attempt for the Knights.
Looking into Jones at the right elbow. Working on Ingram. Mid-range jumper, again too strong, but another offensive rebound by Muantuma. Jones, good feed, back up to the rack, no foul called, second chance, there's the whistle. So the offensive boards have been where St. Mary's has dominated, but the second chance points just have not been there.
Well, this is probably the biggest lineup St. Mary's can put on the floor, minus the sophomore Julio Hernandez, that is. But like I mentioned earlier, if St. Mary's is going to put this lineup on the floor, they have to commit to scoring down low near the paint, and that just has not happened so far in this first quarter.
Well, still no field goals. Been found through the timeline. Second shot is no good. So 3 free throws have been made and nearly another forced turnover. Jamal Garcia, good pass down low to Stewart, but back there Muantuma. A whistle and a foul. Shot does not go down. And go to the line will be James Stewart.
And that's a mismatch that the Padres will attempt to get on Stewart all day. Is anyone not named Caspian Jones or Cameron Williams? You know, the Knights elected to start with Artias Jefferson on James Stewart, which is a little bit of a surprise to me, but we'll see if that defensive matchup continues as this game goes on.
Listed at 6'8", the senior, second on the team, 20 points per game, is top of the line there in rebounds as well, and he connects on the second. So 6-2 early lead here for Marcos de Niza and the Padres. St. Mary's still trying to look for their first field goal here today. Ondua by the top of the key and Jones. Now Jefferson working around the perimeter with 20 to shoot. Ondua, top of the key to Williams. Good feed, down low. Ondua kicking it back out. Now 10 to shoot. Got to find something here early. 7 to shoot. Jefferson off to Williams. Found a lane. Driving it. Lays it up. Too strong again. Some open layups, and the St. Mary's Knights just cannot convert right now. That might be the change. No Ondua with the strip. Back on the other end. He's fouled. Marcos de Niza having a troubling time to keep the ball in their own hands, but St. Mary has not been able to take advantage of those opportunities.
St. Mary's still without their first field goal of the night. As Noah Ondua, it looked like, attempted to throw a pass off the backboard to Cameron Williams. You know, when you haven't scored, why don't you just make it easy on yourself early in the first quarter of games like this?
That's the 5th trip to the line here for St. Mary's. Ondua connects in the first. One change as coming out, number 23 in Jamal Garcia. Ryan Doyle will come in for Marcos de Niza. Check that rather, J.D. Dubois. A 2-point ball game. Under 4 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Mid-range floater, too strong. Jefferson can't bring it back down. Adelseo's off of J.D. Richard. A sloppy start for these two squads. See if St. Mary's can slow it down and be more efficient from the field, down by a pair. Williams working out the screen to Jones. Dumped down low the pick and roll. It stripped away there by Dubois, and a foul called. Another forced turnover as Cameron Williams, the one with the infraction.
Yeah, St. Mary's, their full court defense has been good at forcing turnovers and getting in the passing lanes, but the Padres defense has also been good. Their half-court defense has been tremendous versus a St. Mary's team still without their first field goal of the game.
Padres looking to slow it down. 3 ball here from the left wing. It falls. Triple there by J.D. Richard, continuing to look good from 3. Trying to answer as Williams. He does there on the baseline. Good mid-range jumper there from Cameron Williams, and finally the first field goal of the night here for St. Mary's. Still a 3-point advantage. Looking for another triple is Richard. He's got it. J.D. Richard, now 23s in the season with those 2 in 2 straight possessions. Williams trying to answer. Reverse layup. No good. Second chance points. It falls for Artius Jefferson. Now Williams forcing the issue there, and Jefferson able to clean things up. McGee works around the screen. Now to Dubois. Inside. And a travel call. James Stewart unable to keep his back foot steady, and another turnover.
And that's his first offensive possession matching up against Cameron Williams, a matchup that I thought that St. Mary's would come out of tonight's game having Williams on Stewart.
Both the 2 tallest on their squad. Stewart 6'8" listed, Cameron Williams at 6'11". Top of the key, step back from the 15-foot line. It's too strong, and Dubois brings it back down. Quickly in transition, Dubois stops his feet. Now another 3 ball. And it's short. Jefferson cleans it up off the boards. 2-minute mark left to go in this first quarter. Muantuma making some moves. Williams back over to Ondua. Left wing triple, rings it out, and just barely strong of the iron. Nearly had a big chance for a 3 there from Noah Ondua, but again, nothing falling right now. Dubois looking for a 3, and that one's way off the mark. St. Mary's has had a couple chances, and they're hoping to get some more 3-point opportunities here from John Ferendorf and Sebastian Hatzikorzian. Those 2 will check in. Muandumba as well as Artius Jefferson will check out.
The 2 guys off the bench for St. Mary's that probably do a little bit more damage offensively off the floor than Jefferson and Muandumba. Muandumba and Jefferson known on this team to be more of the defensive specialists. As well, we have
Noah Ondua hard to the floor. An offensive foul call as J.D. Dubois was in the way. Ondua slow getting back up.
And some bad sportsmanship after the play as well from J.D. Dubois. Stepping over Ondua, but luckily for the Knights and for everyone here in attendance, no extracurricular activities happened on that play.
And there's a turnover right into the hands of Ondua. Exactly what you needed an answer. How about a 3 ball? It's too strong. Jones brings it back down. Second chance, no good. There's Williams. 2 offensive boards. Looks like a jump ball's happening. And it's Marcos de Niza basketball. And Williams down to the floor. He's helped back up. And looking to be okay. And 2 offensive rebounds in that possession alone. Again, St. Mary's has dominated on the glass thus far, but so many second chances that have not fallen.
If there's one positive takeaway so far, it has to be the offensive rebounding for the Knights.
Trying to trap into the corner, unable to do so. The Padres were to pass half courts. Under a minute left to go in this first ticker. Dubois working on Hatzikorjian. Down low, lays it off the glass, and James Stewart trying to finish it up as foul. Now Stewart will go to the line, got around Cameron Williams. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. Artias Jefferson will check in for Cameron Williams. Still trying to keep a differential size margin down low. Stewart misses on the second. 5 seconds between shot clock and game clock here to end off this first quarter. Ferendorf nearly stripped. Inside Jefferson, kicks it back out. Jones at 15 to shoot. Thought about a three, hands it back off. Another layup too strong. Hatzikorjian had a wide open layup, and it just flickered off the fingertips. And a foul called underneath, and he'll go to the line. Sixth trip to the line in this first quarter. As Hatzikorjian makes the first. Second attempt miss, but he gets it back. And now maybe one final possession with 10 seconds left in this first quarter. Jones looking at his head coach and Lopez to try to set something up. 5 seconds. Jones driving in. 3 seconds. Jones up the glass and in. Good way to end out the first quarter as the St. Mary's Knights have brought themselves back within a couple. And after all, throughout those first 8 minutes, you will take it after a struggling start.
Yeah, struggling from the field so far in that first quarter was St. Mary's. They make those two subs for Sebastian Hatzikorjian and John Ferendorf. Maybe, even though neither of them shoot the ball through the hoop, the opposing team still knows from doing their scouting reports and playing against these guys last year in region play that those types of guys can shoot, so it opens up the field for St. Mary's. But even so, it's really been the offensive rebounding, the free throw attempts that have kept St. Mary's in this game. A big reason why St. Mary's was able to beat Williams Field and Brophy in back-to-back games was because Brody Postorino, he was able to play in that tournament. He's a junior guard who transferred into St. Mary's from Notre Dame Prep. He brings a lot of offense, another ball handler, another shooter to this St. Mary's squad, and without him, you can see that his presence has been missed today.
The size differential is the big one right now that is keeping St. Mary's in this game. And even struggling from the charity stripe and in that first quarter, but had chances and going to keep the smaller lineup out there right now, hoping that their shooters in Hatzikorjian and Ferendorf can hit a couple big ones in this second quarter. 13-11 after 1 quarter of play. And now Ferendorf at the top of the key with 25 to shoot. Jones working on Ingram. Gets the switch with Jefferson. Down low, right-handed layup, no good. Back to another second chance. Contact and the foul. Artias Jefferson looking to give St. Mary's their first lead.
It has been a big game on the offensive boards for Artias Jefferson. A couple of second chance points and a couple of trips to the free throw line early for the senior big man.
He's cleaned it up on both ends off the glass. Looking for the three-point play. And he won't get it, just misses short. The ball nearly goes out of bounds as Drew Dana nearly gave it away. Dana gonna be a big one to watch, leading the team with nearly 23 points tonight. Only played 4 games, but man, he has shown out at the point guard position. Dubois nearly loses it as McGee with a 3. It's good. And the Padres back up by a trio. As Hatzikorjian over to Ferendorf. He wants a 3 himself. He won't get it. It rings in and out. Another offensive board. That's a Corsian down to the floor, stripped away. Jones with the ball, back over to Jefferson, off the glass, no good. Long pass, nearly intercepted. McGee will bring it up. Stewart finishes off the glass. So many chances for St. Mary's here early that have been wasted, and they're down by 5. Noah Onduit trying to pick things up. Jones works off his screen. And an offensive foul. Dubois trying to work around the screen from Ondua. And he's contacted a little too late. And Jones will come out. Back in is Cameron Williams. Looking to keep that size down low.
This has been a Padres team that on paper has not been a good three-point shooting team, but in tonight's game, they have really lit it up from beyond the arc. Another long pass.
Who's it off of? They're going to give it to the Padres. Student section not a fan of it, nor was Cameron Williams. It was him as well as Dana all the way down low trying to get to that ball. And just forced off of Williams. That's a Corsian. Can't believe it. Another foul call here on the near side of Solo Washington. Nearly had an over and back. The Padres up by 5. Hoping to get their first win here in region play. 3-ball from Dana. It's falls.
They cannot miss tonight from beyond the arc.
Drew Dana hitting over 30% from beyond the arc this season. Connects on his first here tonight. An 8-point lead here for Marcos de Niza. Ferendorf. Now with Jefferson with 20 to shoot. St. Mary's got to find something here quickly and at least get the foul. Jefferson will go to the line after another hard contact down low.
If you're the Padres, though, so far through tonight's game, you will take a trip to the free throw line from the opposing team in St. Mary's rather than give up the easy 2-point layup.
Jefferson hits on the first. 8 trips to the line in the first really 10 minutes of this game. And he bodied up down low, but unable to find some clean flushes. Jefferson 2 for 2 and back to a 6-point game. Dubois up to Dana. Dana trying to set up a screen. Works around Stewart. That's a Corsian, pokes it away. Good steal, but too much on the pass. Wide open on the other end, Elijah Ingram. No contention on the easy 2. Williams working on Stewart, nearly stripped, gets it back to his own right. That travel called. Williams unable to keep his feet set, and they'll get one change. Onduma back in, that's a Corsian back out. Well, St. Mary's back to the press here, but they'll slow it down as easily past half court as Ingram. Dubois misses, gets his own rebound and is blocked. Jefferson with contention, a block in the second shot. Ondua doesn't want the 3, gets the jump mid-range, and that one's gonna fall. Noah Ondua with just the 3rd field goal of the night. Struggling start here for St. Mary's, but still within 6. A 4:30 mark here left. And this first half and a 3-ball falls. Jaden McGee, another 3-pointer for him. Cameron Williams inside, gets the jump, contact, and the flush. That's the spark you needed if you're a Knights fan.
That's the guy you have to go against, as that will be James Stewart's 2nd foul with 4 minutes left until halftime. If you're Cameron Williams, you have to continue to attack that matchup.
And the size difference has been the big one. If you can get the biggest man on Marcos de Niza's squad out of this game or less of a factor. Could be huge down low. Elijah Romo, 5'10 junior, will check in. And same with Caspian Jones. 6-point game. The Padres break the press once again. Jones gets a fingertip on it, but not enough here for Solo Washington. Long three, and can't even clang off the iron. Duma down to the floor, and Damon Lopez will call a timeout. 30-second timeout. And they're only within 6 here, so not a wide margin. And again, the lack of efficiency from the field. You will take it right now for Damon Lopez that's trying to get his group to be more efficient, especially down low.
Yeah, St. Mary's has still had trouble scoring the ball. The Padres and Marcos de Niza have done a good job packing the paint so that Cameron Williams and Caspian Jones can't get those easy-to-come-by buckets down low. And then St. Mary's beyond the arc has not hit from three. It's just John Ferendorf has missed 2 3-pointers, and I'm not even sure if another Knights player has taken another. And when no one else is taking them or making them, then why would you respect the 3 ball if you're the Padres? And that defense has worked so far in tonight's game.
Still 3:50 left to go in this first half. Only down by 6, and we'll see if Elijah Romo can provide a spark. Junior just checked in about a minute ago to get his first opportunity today. Padres in the zone. Williams nearly stripped away, and a foul called. Dubois, another foul. He's really forcing Williams, trying to strip away and get an easy 2 on the other end. The 4th team foul here the second quarter, and near the bonus are the St. Mary's Knights. Romo trying to set something up. Williams double team. It gets out to Caspian Jones. Inside to Jefferson. Good feed. Free ball from the corner. That ball falls. Knights within 3 with Romo with a triple.
First 3-pointer of the Knights comes from the junior guard, Elijah Romo. He's not a guy who's made a tremendous impact this season, but he's made a big impact with that 3-pointer tonight.
Moves it off of Jefferson. Just the late hand to it against Manny Stewart. Let's see who they're going to have inbound this. It'll be Dubois from the baseline. High pass tipped. Romo gets a hand on it, and Jones gets a steal. And Williams trying to slow it down. Had Duma open down low. Still has him open. Blocked from behind, but a foul called. Duma will go to the line once again. And St. Mary's, so many chances from the charity stripe today. And this could be a big, big factor in the second half of the Padres, who already have a trio of players in early foul trouble.
Mondumba and Jefferson have done a good job of setting themselves up to receive passes right underneath the basket. The problem is they're getting fouled on pretty much every attempt and having to be sent to the free throw line.
All right, Jay goes 2 for 2 from the line, and the Knights back within 1. 26-25, 2:53 left to go in this first half. A struggling first quarter of the Knights, but have kept themselves into it with great play off the glass. Jaden McGee, work on Mondumba, thought about a 3, doesn't want it. Dubois, down low, blocked from behind. Caspian Jones with a hand on it. $15 to shoot. They get it low here. It's Elijah Ingram. Step back floater. It just barely falls to the nylon. Tough shot in the face of Cameron Williams, who's trying to answer on the other end. Another foul called down low. So Williams will another trip over to the line. A chance to bring it back within 1.
Yeah, that's the 5th foul on the Padres of this second quarter, which means that every single foul they commit now will be 2 free throws for the Knights.
Williams can't connect on the first. And straight to the double bonus here in Arizona high school basketball. Each quarter, and then a full half. Back to a 2-point game, 28-26. A slower second quarter here for the Padres, who came out firing in the first 8 minutes. Dubois working on Romo. Now to Stewart. 20 to shoot, and Solo Washington will slow it down. Washington driving in, floater, fouled, and the ball does not drop. And Washington will head to the charity stripe.
Washington has been good tonight. He's been good this season. The 6'3" junior guard is currently averaging 14 points per game exactly. You can see why. He can score by taking it inside. He can score from beyond the arc. And overall, he's just a good player who seems to make the right play whenever he touches the ball.
Trying to bring it back to a 2-possession game. Can't do it with that first one. Way off the mark. And a guy that's already seen 1 3 ball today. And shooting 31% from beyond the arc this season. Another solid shooter here for the Padres. Trying to bring it back to a 3-point game, and he's unable to do so. 0 for 2 from the line. Ball goes out of bounds. Who's it off of? And they'll say it was on A.J. Mundumba. And fighting for it down low, there was Elijah Ingram, and he gets it off the hands. And it stays Padres basketball. Under 2 minutes left in the half, a 2-point ball game, 28-26. Romo, some good defense down low, and nearly an errant pass. Floater, Williams might have got a fingertip on it. Jefferson gets the rebound. 3-on-1 the other way, and Williams loses it. It'll stay Knights basketball, but man, looked like they had an easy 2 opportunity on that end, and Williams simply miffed.
Marcos de Niza now opting to play what looks to be a 2-3 zone against the St. Mary's offense.
Jones, good feed. Jefferson lays it up and in. Tie ball game once again. And St. Mary's has not had a lead today. Tied at 28 with 1:15 left to go in this first half. .20 seconds to shoot. There over to Dubois. And looks like a foul call is on the offensive end.
And the refs in tonight's game have looked out for that extra hip bump on the screener. They've called it twice, 2 offensive fouls, 1 for each team so far. And Marcos de Niza is once again going to set up that 2-3 zone, as St. Mary's will get the ball with just over a minute left till halftime.
Well, the shorter squad as Cortez Young comes in for Jaden McGee. 1, maybe 2 more possessions here for St. Mary's to end out the half. And they led 1-0, but have not led since then. 3 ball here from Romo. How about a lead there? Elijah Romo, 2 shots, 2 threes, they both fallen, and St. Mary's with a lead. Padres trying to answer. Dubois at the left wing, driving on Romo. Wild shot, and he's fouled. Elijah Romo's had a couple of solid plays defensively. A little too handsy there as Dubois will go to the line with 25.4 seconds left to go in this first half.
I believe those 2 threes are Elijah Romo's first 2 made threes of the season as well. I don't think they could come at a more important time than in tonight's game versus Marcos de Niza.
Dubois able to hit on the second. Back to a 1-point game, 31-30. Damon Lopez wants to slow this one down and look for 1 final shot. The Knights with their first lead coming in. 1-0 early, and brought it back now, back within 1, 31-30. Good feed inside, Jefferson off the glass and in. 5 seconds left to go, 33-30. Long shot from Dubois, and it's just short. Clangs out the front iron, and that's how this first half will end. You'll say it early, Damon Lopez, maybe not the best start they were looking for, but still a 3-point lead heading into halftime.
A 3-point lead is exactly what St. Mary's needed after a close first half. They were down the majority of that first half, claw all the way back, and some timely threes from Elijah Romo puts the St. Mary's Knights up over the Marcos de Niza Padres. We'll be right back from a word with Andrew Kleinhaus, one of our sponsors who owns Big D Flooring Supply. We're going to have a brief halftime intermission and then an interview with him. Be right back. Chris Ferendorf here at halftime of the We Are SM Hoops game versus Marcos de Niza alongside Andrew Kleinhaus. Thanks for joining me today, Andrew.
Thanks, man. It's great to be here.
So Andrew is one of the sponsors of this St. Mary's Knights We Are SM Hoops YouTube channel, the broadcast, the basketball team in general. With Big D Flooring Supply, can you just tell us, Andrew, a little bit about yourself and why you decided to become a sponsor of this St. Mary's Knights program?
Yeah, absolutely. My son's a sophomore, and so obviously that makes it pretty easy. But
yeah,
beyond that, the St. Mary's community is such a great part to be, a place to be. You know, it's such a wonderful community to be a part of, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity to help the team out a little bit and be a part of the success that the program has having.
Well, we really appreciate you being here and supporting the team, the program. Coach Damon Lopez, he told me before when I was talking to him about you that you used to help out St. John Bosco as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, my capacity at Bosco was much more professionally. I was hired to work there, and so my interest was maybe a little bit different at the time. But it was a great experience. I learned a lot about what makes Catholic education so great. Obviously, it inspired me to bring my son to a Catholic school at the time, and you know, really I learned what a great education a Catholic experience is, and St. Mary's is a perfect reflection of exactly that.
Yeah, and just to hit on that, just one last question about what would you tell other people about sending their kids to St. Mary's or supporting a school like St. Mary's that's not only private education, like you said, but Catholic as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a special place, and you can't replicate, you know, this building, this campus. It's a special, unique spot, and the moment you walk on it, you know that you're walking onto a special place. And I think anytime anyone has any curiosity about that, when they're thinking about a high school experience for their kids, come take a visit and look around. I think you'll know immediately when you walk on campus what you're going to get out of the school. And it's been everything that we were hoping it would be for our son. And you know, for me, just seeing what a great Catholic high school looks like, this is it. This has got all the bells and whistles you could ever hope for.
Yeah, and they just upgraded the entrance, finishing upgrading the weight room as well. So it's going to be tremendous lift to our athletes as well. You know, we heard about why St. Mary's is good. Can you tell our supporters as well a little bit about Big D Flooring Supply and how they can help support you as well?
Sure. BigDSupply.com is our website. That's a great place to start to learn more about us. We sell flooring to the trade, basically, so you can walk into our stores and buy anything from us that you'd like, but beyond that, support your local flooring installers. They're the ones that support us in a great way and keep this great cycle going.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for supporting St. Mary's High School.
Thanks so much for having me.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Back ready for second half action here inside Bull Gymnasium. 33-30 after one half of play. St. Mary's Knights, an early 1-0 lead, did not have the lead for the rest of the first half until about 1:50 left to go. A couple big threes by Elijah Romo, not in the starting five here to start off this second half, but a couple big triples and helped out the Knights get their lead back in front of them.
Yeah, St. Mary's opting to go for that first starting lineup that started today's game with no field goals within the first 6 minutes of the game. We'll see if they're able to get their first field goal in the second half a little bit sooner than that.
Yeah, both these teams, same starting fives in the first half as they do in the second half. Blocked there from behind. Jefferson gets a hand on that shot from Stewart. Williams wants to triple, too strong. And Caspian Jones with another offensive rebound. Mundumba, contact and the foul. You mentioned took about 6 minutes to get that first free throw. Didn't take long for that shot to fall.
Yeah, just 35 seconds. And again, it's A.J. Mwandumba being in the right spot at the right time. Marcos de Niza already opting for their first sub of this second half as Solo Washington will sub in for J.D. Richard. But yeah, Mwandumba has played that dump-off role near the block well in tonight's game.
He converts on the three-point play. Hard contact down low. And a 6'3 senior showing off his veteran leadership. 6-point lead, largest of the day here for the St. Mary's Knights. Jaden McGee working on Mundumba. Driving in, and a travel. A wild down low and an easy turnover. It was sloppy play early for Marcos de Niza, but a couple of big threes and a lack of efficiency from the field for St. Mary's that kept them in that first half. The Knights hoping to put on some more pressure and open up a big lead here.
St. Mary's did not get their first lead of the game until deep into that second quarter.
Jefferson down low off the glass and in. Largest lead of the night on either side, 38-30. The Knights with the lead. A solid start here to this second half. Jaden McGee over to Shamal Garcia. Down to Stewart, working on Jefferson. Fade away, too much. Strong start here for the Knights, trying to add on. Jones gonna post up, working down low. And just not quite enough. Clangs off the front iron. Not a good shot there by Jones. Looking to settle down the other end here is Solo Washington. Jones unable to get a hand on it. Washington there flushes it home. Long pass. Artias Jefferson wide open. Foul, but just unable to roll that one in. Solo Washington with the foul as Artias Jefferson was left wide open down low.
Jefferson, again, one of the St. Mary's bigs besides Mwandumba, who's done a tremendous job, not only offensive rebounding, but once again, putting himself in a position to score when his teammates find him underneath the basket.
Just too much for Artias Jefferson. Connects on the second shot. And the Knights back up by 7, 39-32. Just 2 minutes into this third quarter. Washington, top of the key. Already has 2 threes today. Doesn't want it there. Mid-range jumper. Ingram doesn't want it. Hands it off to Solo Washington again. Dumped inside. Too strong of a pass there to Ingram. And it's poked away. Jefferson with another steal. Jones doesn't want a three. Drives in. Double team. Left-handed layup is good.
That's the type of take from Caspian Jones that Coach Damon Lopez has told me he wants to see out of the big. He likes when he penetrates like that and finishes high up, over the opponent's outstretched hand.
Washington goes flailing after being pushed on the baseline. Called a foul on the floor. And the State needs a basketball. 9-point game. A strong start here for the Knights in this second half. Pass down low. Stewart fouled as Jefferson got his left hand in there.
Timely foul from Jefferson as Stewart would have had a wide open dunk attempt there that he flushed home. That's Jefferson's second foul. Something to watch as well with him continuously matching up against Stewart.
And switching between him and Cameron Williams on Stewart today. As McGee, mid-range, just shorts. And there's Jefferson with the rebound. Grabs out of the hands of James Stewart and quickly back on the other end. Caspian Jones not able to keep his feet set. Another travel, another turnover. And Marcos de Niza with the basketball. Myrie Drew will check in the first time today. He's averaged 8 points a game. Has been their best three-point shooter, but has not appeared thus far tonight. 6'3" senior, 21 of 24 from beyond the arc.
Wow.
Let's see if they try to get him to put something up. Try to bring them back in this game. Under 5 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Good pass down low. Stewart works around a block, can't fall. And a second chance, good there for Myrie Drew. But checks in, gets some early points. And back within 7 are the Padres as Caspian Jones fouled as he goes flailing to the floor.
Tough foul there from Myrie Drew. He had made a nice play and then almost grabs the face of Caspian Jones on that take. Jones asking why he's not shooting 2 free throws as he was attempting to go put a shot up at the basket.
Third foul of the quarter for the Padres and quickly a turnover. McGee. Pass down low. It's poked off the hands of Muandumba, who just got there in time. And Jones still thought he should have been at the line there, crashing in down low. It's not on the shot. They said it was on the floor, and a quick turnover. The Padres a chance to bring themselves back within a couple possessions, but a timeout called by David Stark.
Probably a well-used timeout. St. Mary's up 7 points, but the Padres making a little bit of a comeback into that. Myrie Drew made an immediate impact with that put-back layup attempt, and overall, the Padres have just done a consistent job of trying to find James Stewart on the floor. Again, he's the 6'8" senior forward, currently averaging 20 points per game and 15.9 rebounds. Holds one Division I offer from NAU, and he's been a guy that St. Mary's has had some trouble matching up with. Even going back to last year, the Padres were in a first quarter before St. Mary's pulled away in their 2 region matchups.
A very similar first half that the Padres have had today. Staying close, but St. Mary's trying to extend their lead at 7 points. Their highest has been 8. A 38-30 lead. It was a 5-0 run to start off this second half. Long pass down low. And they'll say it was off Artias Jefferson. Damon Lopez can't believe it. That ball was going the other way, but the referee down low says it's off of Jefferson. It's Marcos de Niza basketball. 10 to shoot. McGee, right-handed floater. That ball falls. Tough shot there, 15-footer. Finds its way down the nylon. And back within 5. Here are the Padres. Lopez working with Williams. Gets it off to Ondua. Noah Ondua back over to Williams, the right wing. Williams gets the switch. Pulls up, 15-footer, rings in and out. Solo Washington looking to go coast to coast, and he does. Just like that, Marcos de Niza within 1 possession. Jones wants to answer with a triple. He does. Caspian Jones, much needed 3, and the Knights keep their lead back up to 6. Good floater. Washington gets it to fall high off the glass. And it's a shooting parade right now between these 2 squads. But Williams with a 3. Muandumba with a putback. No good. That's a lot of chances as Marcos de Niza looking to slow it down right now. 3 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Jaden McGee working on Jefferson. He stripped. Possession error will go the Knights' way. What a defensive effort today here for Artias Jefferson. Got to give it out to him. Been great on the glass. He'll check out as John Ferendorf and Sebastian Hetzekorzian will check in.
Yeah, Artias Jefferson has made a big impact, not only guarding Stewart, but getting out and forcing jump balls, just making the extra hustle play like he did on that last possession on a smaller guard.
There go the smaller lineup. And it's Hatzikorjian. Gives it off to Williams, working on Stewart. Down low to Jones. Jones binding up, double teamed. He's contacted, fouled, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. So already the 4th foul this third quarter here for the Padres. So one away from forcing St. Mary's into the double bonus once again.
And just during this free throw, I want to give thanks again to our sponsors. Number 1, to Andrew Kleinhans for joining us from Big D Flooring Supply, but also Marley Sports Grill, V's Barbershop, and the Arizona Leadership Foundation for making this broadcast possible.
And so many a part of this community here at St. Mary's, bringing these matchups to a reality and able to get these games out to you all back at home. Jones hits the second and back up to a 6-point lead here for the Knights. 46-40, 2:31 left to go in this third quarter. Dubois down low to Stewart. There's a good right hand. Poked away there by Jones. On the other end, Jones loses it. And a really good feed there by Hatzikorjian. Just too much. Jones could keep in his hands. Dubois down low, long pass. Step back 3. Garcia clangs off the back iron. Hatzikorjian loses it again. 2 straight possessions with a turnover for St. Mary's. Garcia down low, and a foul called. Jones wanted on the offensive end, does not get it, and went hard to the floor.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you're Caspian Jones with that 6'7" frame, you're not going to get too many charge calls against a guy who's barely 6 foot. That's number 23, Chamal Garcia. Tough break for the senior forward from St. Mary's.
J.D. Richard checks in. He's got to the top of the key. Give us over to Jaden McGee. Dubois nearly loses it. Farendorf falls to the floor. Poked away by Hatzikorjian. And back over the hands of Richard. Looked like it was a 2, and it's too strong. There for McGee. Caspian Jones nearly loses it again. Under 90 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Hatzikorjian, good feed. Farendorf, corner triple, it's too much. Another offensive board, but Jones gives it away again. Dubois flailing inside, and he's fouled, throwing up a wild shot. Both teams with 4 fouls here in this third quarter. And Dubois will go to the line, trying to bring this back, possibly within 4 points.
Dubois not faced by that St. Mary's Bleacher Creature student section. They're trying to make their presence felt in tonight's game, but Dubois 2 for 2 from the first trip that he has received from the charity, to the charity stripe in this second half.
Solo Washington checks in. Out goes Myrie Drew after a couple of putback attempts. No Ondua too strong. Back up in the cleanup. There's Caspian Jones. To lead back up to 6 with under a minute left to go in this third quarter. Dubois driving in. Seems like he's got an open lane, but a good block. John Farendorf there with the right hand, forces it out of bounds.
A good job from the junior guard to catch up with the speedy point guard there, as it almost looked like he had him beat for a second. Good recovery there, and another nice deflection there from Sebastian Hatzikorjian. Back-to-back plays, Farendorf and Hatzikorjian with 2 deflections.
And I thought for a second it might have been St. Mary's basketball. Solo Washington frustrated for a second. They say it was off of Hatzikorjian. 25 to shoot, and the pass goes to Washington. Washington works off his screen, hands it back over to Stewart. Stewart backing down Caspian Jones. Pass over to Washington. Inside, 10 to shoot for Stewart. Hands it back over, nearly lose the ball. Washington looks like he stepped the baseline, he did. Really good defensive possession there for St. Mary's. And with the shot clock off, maybe one final possession to end off this third quarter.
The St. Mary's would be wise to hold for the last shot. This has not been a situation where St. Mary's has done a tremendous job of converting so far this season. Last year, it was really just the senior guard Styles Phipps who would kind of do it himself.
A ring around the rosy across the perimeter. Now 10 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Jones is fouled, gets the shot to fall, and that's how you convert to end out the half. Jones will look for the three-point play and bring it up to their lead. What could be 9 would be the longest of the day.
Beautiful move from Caspian Jones. Again, he's done just a tremendous job in some of these St. Mary's wins of using his body to his advantage down low. A couple of these opponents just have not been able to match up with him and Cameron Williams' size, and that's resulted in some dominating offensive performances from those two nights.
4 seconds left to go in the quarter. Pass over and a long shot. It's too much for Myrie Drew, and St. Mary's adds on their lead, up 3 at half. Now their largest lead of the night, 51-42. That's the type of third quarter you needed for Damon Lopez.
And it's really been Caspian Jones offensively who's picked up the slack for the Knights. Of course, we've talked about all game long those second chance points coming from A.J. Mwandumba and Artius Jefferson collecting those offensive boards and either kicking it out to another Knight or putting it back up and getting sent to the charity stripe themselves. But exactly right, Jaden. 9-point lead for St. Mary's. That's, considering the circumstances, something you'll take from a game like tonight. We head into that fourth quarter with that lead, looking to extend it. I'm sure if you're St. Mary's, they're going to come out of this third quarter with the same lineup they just finished that third quarter with, and that was the lineup that was able to extend the lead, even if it was just a couple of points. Sometimes those points can make a difference at the end of games. So Coach Damon Lopez sending out the last rotation that was in for St. Mary's to start this fourth quarter.
Yeah, physicality down low definitely took a beating on the Padres in that third quarter. And see if their guard play can switch things up and bring themselves back into this with, I mentioned, the bleacher creatures loud on Jersey night tonight. St. Mary's looking to win their third straight and get their first win here in region play for a Desert Sky play beginning tonight. St. Mary's looking to tame hold. Stewart rings in and out. Right-handed floater, not able to fall. And now Caspian Jones quick the other way. Trying to go coast to coast, off the glass and in. That's the physicality from Caspian Jones. So hard to slow him down.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to stop him when he's going downhill with a head of steam.
Free ball on the other end. Too much by Jaden McGee. Another board brought down by Hatzakorzian. St. Mary's looking to pressure. Williams, the travel. Unable to stop his feet. Nearly had a chance underneath the basket, but too much there.
Williams almost seemed to pause in between trying to decide whether to pass it to Ferendorf or go up for that reverse layup that he ultimately decided on.
St. Mary's now in the zone. A solo Washington, right-handed layup, and it's too short. Williams gonna slow this one down. At the left wing, good move, drives in, off the left glass, no good. Trying to bring it back down to his own hands, and he couldn't do so. Dubois in transition, good feed, off the glass in for Myrie Drew. Ferendorf, hard contact by Dubois, and he goes to the floor. Dubois, you heard there his second foul. They'll keep him in as Myrie Drew will come out. Elijah Ingram will come in. Williams and Ferendorf out for the Knights. And Jefferson and Mwandumba back in here for St. Mary's. Jones double team to the right block. Forces himself high up off the glass. Jefferson a second chance. It's stripped away. And still a 24 to shoot. Some more time to work off the clock here for the Knights. Jones wants a three. He's going to get it. Caspian Jones taking over this third quarter. That's a Korjian. Can't get to that one. Off the glass and in there for Elijah Ingram. And Caspian Jones has done an incredible job here in this second half. Took over the third quarter and adds on to the fourth of the three. He wants another three, and it rings in and out. Muntuma with the offensive board. High off the glass and in again. A.J. Muntuma dominating down low, and the Knights are up by 12. How about an answer? Solo Washington there with the two and the foul. A high-flying fourth quarter between these two. And St. Mary's trying to push away any attempt here from Marcos de Niza. And all 5 players on the floor right now looking gassed.
Yeah, they just won't go away, though. Like you mentioned, a scoring onslaught from both teams over those last 4 or so possessions. And once again, it ends up with a nice play from Solo Washington. He's been tremendous for the Padres tonight.
So he gets the three-point play, back within 9. Oh, the Padres, again, that was the biggest lead in the third quarter. It's got as high as 12 here today. Ondua wants a triple. It clangs in. And the 3-ball has been falling here in this fourth quarter of the St. Mary's Knights. Mentioned coming into this one, that was the struggle. Didn't have a single field goal in the first 6 minutes of this game. And they have been draining from all over here in the second half. Jones moves inside, double teamed and fouled on the floor. It's been tough for Elijah Ingram. Really anybody down low to stop Caspian Jones right now. And they're going to take him out of this game. Jamal Garcia, 6-foot senior, will come back in as Dubois checks back out. As David Stark trying to see if they can find any sort of light for his group right now. Williams, floater up and in. St. Mary's slowly pushing themselves further and further in the lead and hoping to lock this one down.
This Padres team has just not had a deep rotation that has been able to overcome the St. Mary's fast pace that they've been playing with.
And Jefferson there with a foul. I'll say it is on the shot, so the basket does count there for James Stewart. A 12-point game. Seems like every punch that Marcos de Niza has had to try to come back, St. Mary's has answered. As David Stark will take a timeout. So still an 11-point lead for St. Mary's. Not quite at the halfway point here of this fourth quarter. How does Damon Lopez and the St. Mary's squad keep at this margin and hold on for the rest of the night?
Well, I think if you're head coach Damon Lopez, you like what you've seen with this St. Mary's team in their ability in this second half to push the pace of the game. As you mentioned earlier, the Marcos de Niza Padres players looked visibly tired while on the floor from the fast-paced game that St. Mary's has been playing. And even though they've been playing big men, big minutes like Artias Jefferson, Cameron Williams, Caspian Jones, it seemed at least like their conditioning has resulted in them being able to play majority of this game and not get as tired as some of these other Padres players have.
Yeah, it seems at times they've been the quicker team in the second half. I don't think it was the same case in the first 16 minutes of this one, but the conditioning has really been the difference and the size for St. Mary's. And James Stewart will go to the line to try to clean up this three-point play. He's able to make the third. As that's a Korjian will inbound it, and St. Mary's will bring it back up. An 11-point game right now here for St. Mary's. Ondumba, pass inside to Jones. No look feed, and it stripped away. Solo Washington. Baseline floats it up, off the square and in. Ondumba driving in, double team, good feed. Ondua doesn't want the three. Will take the mid-range shot, and it's short. That's a Korjian, another offensive rebound. Got to get it out. Hand it over to Jones. He loses it. That one's forced out of bounds. Jamal Garcia gets it out the leg there of Jones. Another forced turnover.
A tough break there for St. Mary's as Hatzakorzian unfortunately just dribbled into his own guy there, and the referee 3 players there in that St. Mary's corner, including the official, does not make a bounce pass easy over in that corner. Resulted in turnover, but St. Mary's still a decent job overall offensively in the second half.
Solo Washington fouled and fired up as he looks at his bench. He'll go to the line as Marcos de Niza not going away in this one. And trying to bring it back to a 2-possession game. Nice 3-point play opportunity right here. Washington's looked great here in the second half and trying to convert here. Too much on the 3-point attempts. Back within 7. That's a Korzian. Stops his feet. Jones couldn't handle it for a second. Gives it off to Williams. Blocked but fouled. We'll see who they give it to. Looked like it was on James Stewart. That's his 3rd here thus far. 3 fouls on both sides in this 4th quarter. So Williams go to the line to shoot 2. Hopefully bring it back to a 9-point game. Good trip to the line there for Cameron Williams. Those 2 for 2. 65-56, 3:33 left to go here in this 4th quarter. Marcos de Niza need a run if they want to get back into this. St. Mary's trying to slow it down, keep it at the same spot. A little floater too strong, and Williams back with the rebound. Jones, corner 3, too much again. And Jones out of a heat check there after a hot start of this 4th quarter. Washington works around the screen. Now on Jones. McGee driving in, left lane, off the glass, no good. Inside, Muantumbo wide open, and he finishes.
Great look there from Sebastian Hatzikorzian to find the cutting one, Dumbo, wide open right underneath the basket.
Well, back up by 11. And that might be enough to force away any attempts here for Marcos de Niza. 2:20 left to go in this one. They need a big run. We're not going to get it here. Stewart nearly stripped. Blocked from behind by Cam Williams. Another shot falls there from J.D. Richard.
This Marcos de Niza team just will not go away. They're putting up shots that are going in that shouldn't go in, and that's, once again, J.D. Richard. He hit some timely threes to extend Marcos de Niza's lead in that 1st quarter, and he's now hitting a couple, or he has just hit a big one to put the St. Mary's lead down to single digits.
Brings it back within a weight. Converting the 3-point play there. Another timeout called. 67-59, 2:11 left to go. And again, as we mentioned, it seems like St. Mary's had a couple big shots, stretched their lead a little bit further. Marcos de Niza has never made it comfortable for the Knights.
No, they have not. And the Knights have not, they haven't gone away offensively, but they've gone through droughts. And currently, St. Mary's, if they're not scoring right underneath the basket, or it's not a Caspian Jones 3, which has been hard to come by, he's made it either 1 or 2. The St. Mary's Knights offense still is not working at the level that it has in its past 2 games. And again, Brody Postorino out. He has to sit out a certain number of games until he's eligible due to his transfer, but at the same time, this St. Mary's team is in a very close game versus a team in Marcos de Niza that they beat handedly 2 times in last year's region play.
We'll see if they can get their first region win of the season. And St. Mary's, after tonight, will head out to ALA Gilbert North tomorrow to take on that group. And then back on Saturday against Arcadia. A trio of region matchups that continue this new year. So with possession, up by 8. Just over 2 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. Knights hoping to hold on and extend their winning streak to 3. That'll be their longest winning streak this season. Jones down low. Contact, foul, and 1. Caspian Jones right when you need him providing a spark.
He has just been so composed down underneath that block. When you feed him the ball down there, he's not only going to get the contact, but he's also going to finish through it.
Caspian Jones, what a story here in the second half. Free throw falls. And now back to an 11-point lead. And Caspian Jones has been the one with big shots here in the second half. After St. Mary's drastically strode from the field in the first half of this one, brought themselves back up and a lead by 3 at halftime. And Caspian Jones has taken over here in the second half. Foul called. It'll be the 5th on St. Mary's here in this fourth quarter as Jamal Garcia, a 6-foot sophomore, will go to the line to shoot 2.
And going back to Caspian Jones in such a good game he's having. I want to shout out his grandma who watches every single game from Canada. I'm sure she's watching today, proud of her grandson and how he's playing in tonight's game.
Jones has been simply spectacular today. And exactly what this group has needed. Dominated down low, has had some tough mid-range shots, has hit a couple of threes as well. 9-point game. Now to the press is Marcos de Niza. Ndumba, 2-on-1 down low. Williams, easy. Nobody big down low, and Cam Williams left wide open. Now a chance here on the other end. High off the glass, no good. I'll say there was a goaltending call. I mean, 2 points there for the Padres.
Well, I've seen opposing teams want that call when players like Caspian Jones slap the backboard, but I've never seen it called like that before. So interesting to see if these referees in Arizona continue to call slap the backboard goaltending as the season goes on.
Now Williams makes up for it, easy 2 on the other end. And still back to an 11-point lead, nearing the minute mark of this one. As Stewart stripped on Dua, puts a hand on it, now bring it back to the other end. Under a minute left to go. Williams up and in again. 3 possessions, 6 unanswered points. Cameron Williams and another forced turnover. St. Mary's in full control, looking to lock this one down. That's a Corrigina's foul. Looks like we might get foul shots for the rest of this evening. Slow start, but you will take this to start off region play here for Damon Lopez. Caspian Jones took over. A couple of big sparks by Elijah Romo and A.J. Muandumba, and Cameron Williams, the one to end out the night with some big points.
I'm sure Coach Damon Lopez will have some words for his team, because I know from talking with him that he expects more out of these guys. You know, they're going to be fired up to play tomorrow versus ALA Gilbert North, a team that they beat in the first round of the Open Division a couple of seasons ago. They're a tough team, one of the top ranked in 4A as well, and that's going to be a matchup to watch. So if you can't make it out to the East Valley tomorrow night, please tune in with us at 7 p.m. on We Are SM Hoops again. We'll be right back here on YouTube. Myself and Alex Coyle will be joining me.
Dubois will go to the line to shoot 2 after a foul. Out of the halfway ticker, and he misses the first shots. A big thing from tonight you got to learn. This group has been great down low on the offensive boards. You got to be happy about that. But field goal efficiency, I think the next step for this group to stay more consistent across all 4 quarters. Williams will bring it past half court. We'll see if Marcos de Niza will allow this ball game to wrap all the way down. Under 10 seconds left to go. Jones will give it off to Williams as the clock will tick down on tonight's game. St. Mary's strong start here to 4A Desert Sky play. A 76-63 victory. And St. Mary's, after a struggling start of this season, they've won 3 straight. And this is the type of momentum you need going into region play.
Yeah, 3-game winning streak for the Knights. That's their best winning streak so far in this early 2024-2025 season. But you're right, they're peaking at the right time. They come out of those tough out-of-state tournaments. They faced some good California teams that they fell short versus, and they come back home, get a victory. And this is a St. Mary's team that they have deep playoff run aspirations, and they're going to try to make another run at what could be the Open Division once again. But lastly, we just want to thank our sponsors one more time, the Arizona Leadership Foundation, V's Barbershop, Marley Sports Grill, and Big D Flooring Supply. I want to thank Andrew Kleinhans one more time for joining us on today's broadcast. But if you're a St. Mary's supporter, maybe look back to supporting some of those businesses as well. But for Chris Ferendorf and Jaden Taylor, we brought you this game on We Are SM Hoops, and we'll bring you one more tomorrow, this time with Alex Coyle, though, as they take on the ALA Gilbert North Eagles in a big-time 4A matchup tomorrow at 7 p.m. Thanks for joining us.